Hi everyone. I'm going to show you the new pedigree system. This is a very quick demo with a new functionality, so everybody, every member of the club become familiar with the new pedigree system. So let me show you online how the pedigree system works. So you go to our website, floreosycompuestas.com. You're going to go there. You're going to either log in by just going to the pedigree, click on, enter your username, password, sign in. Once you sign in, it's going to show you the breeder list. The bird list, the list of birds that belongs to you, that you're working on. So you could change the year, you could change the numbers of birds that you like to be displayed. And you could also look, if you want to search for a particular bird, you could search for a particular bird by just typing the breeder code, followed by the year if you want to get drilled down to the specific. So here I search for, let's say, this bird, F01 2016-11. So I click, the birds appear. So this is what I have here, and as you can see, I could edit the information on the bird. I could look at the family relationship. I could also look at the pedigree. This is the basic, most important part by the pedigrees. You look at the pedigree, it shows you the pedigree, and by default, you could see up to 5 generations. So here you have 5 generations displayed on the screen. Sometimes it might be a little bit of data. Let's say you want to look farther down. You could click and look at the 8th generation, so you have more birds that you can analyze. And the main thing here is the birds that appear more than one are highlighted with the same color. Like say 42 here appears with the color red. So you could see this one over here. This one has to be over here. This 11 here, 11 appear here. So green, and this means that bird is repeated. So it appears here and here. So when you click on the pedigree, you could basically, this is probably very hard to view. So what you want to do is, like, you want to minimize. This is too many birds to analyze, too many birds to look. It's even hard to look on the screen. So what can you do? You can basically display a lesser number of birds by just changing the number of generation. Let's say I just want to look at the 3rd generation. So I click on the 3rd generation and I only see the 3rd generation. Let's say, I want to look at the 8th generation. I have all these birds here, but there's certain family that I don't want to look at, certain branches that I don't want to look. So what I can do is, I could minimize, like I can hear this green arrow here. I click on the green arrow and it will collapse the pedigree so that it will hide away these birds. So I don't see it on the screen. So I don't want to see all these birds here, so I'm going to collapse them. So they all disappear. And let's say, I just want to focus on certain family. I could just collapse the family that I don't want to see by just clicking on the green arrow. And I move along, I don't want to see this part, so I collapse it. And then, I only have on my screen the birds that I'm interested. The birds that I want to analyze and look at. So, let's collapse all these birds. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this either. I don't want to see, let's say, all these birds here. So I click on the arrow going up. So I have this is the pedigree that I have right now. This is the birds that I want to look at. And even, I don't want to see certain birds. I could just hide them. And then I see only the birds that I want to see. So another thing is, like, when you click on a bird, like 87 here, you could look at the data of the birds that we have on our database. Basically, every club member has to enter. You could enter images, audio, a score sheet. You could enter data about the son, family. So let's say I want to print the pedigree, and so I go and change the pedigree. Maybe this is too much to fit on one piece of paper, so maybe I just go to the fourth generation. So this is probably easier to print, so maybe I go to the fifth generation, make it a little bit more nicer. So this is all the birds up to the fifth generation. And you could print this into a piece of paper, or you could save it as a PDF. Saving it as a PDF is pretty cool. This is very something that I really like, because when you look at a pedigree, you have a club logo right here, and you have the birds, and you have some information, and then you have the date that the PDF was created. So this is something that every breeder in our club should come familiar. Our new pedigree system, which it's very enhanced. It's a high-level pedigree. We could go up to as many generations as we want on this pedigree, and birds that appear more than one color, and the light blue is the default color. So any bird that is appear, this bird over here also appears on this branch over here. So this concludes the demo. I want to keep it simple and short. This is, I think, every club member should log in, become familiar with the system, and if they have any questions, they could always call me or email me, and I'll be able to help you. So, guys, thank you for watching, and have a nice and pleasant evening. Thank you.